Welcome back to you, beautiful people. Well, I'm so grateful to all of you because we've received so many comments and lots of appreciation for our previous episodes. So, if you've ever felt very afraid to show up online or really wondered, am I good enough? Then this episode will make your heart feel seen. Because today we're going to be talking about two very important things that the entrepreneur needs the most, but most of the people actually avoid it, and that is visibility and vulnerability. Audrey, tell me, what comes to your brain when you hear the word visibility?
Visibility, OMG. Vulnerability, oh yeah. I love to be vulnerable. I think that's the best thing to have. But visible, oh wow, it's been a journey just trying to be visible. And I'm deliberately using the word try.
You'll have to explain to us a little bit more.
Well, looking at all the famous people, and have these conversations all the time, right? You see many entrepreneurs get on because they want to be famous, they want to be known, they want to um, accomplish their mission of changing the world in some shape or form. However, it's that bit of showing up online, connecting with people through videos, through meeting people is a major hiccup for most of us, right? And I've been through that journey myself. When I realized that I was coming in my own way of business success, of personal success, it is a conscious effort to really go out there. It's uncomfortable. It's oh, something goes within to actually step out of that comfort zone and make that video. And I know the team follows up and they follow up and they follow up, and I'm like, oh my God, what excuse can I give this time? But it's quite challenging when you have public speaking fears, which I am on the everyday basis overcoming. And I'm sure many business owners will resonate with that, because it is, we have been told growing up, you're not good enough, you don't know what to talk, you don't know how to behave, you don't know. And that judgment plays in the background. It's like those voices are there in the background to say, don't do that. What do you think of yourself? Who are you? Why should you be there? Oh, yeah.
Wow. I definitely feel it because it's really allowing people, right, when you're being visible out there, that they're all able to then experience your journey. And it's so funny. I think sometimes we think, oh my God, how cool is it for people who are so famous? And we don't probably understand what it means to be visible as well. So definitely visibility opens the gateway to so many opportunities. And it's really how people find you, people remember you, they trust you. And with vulnerability, I think that's what makes them feel you. And I think you do such a good job at being vulnerable, and the team always talks about it. And when you look at it at the end thing, people buy from people who they feel connected to.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so,
And that's why
yeah.
the personal connect has been a big thing for me. And with our clients, with our friends, with our BGN members, the connections that we have created are beautiful. However, we of course need to do a lot of work in video presence and connecting through that. And I think for me, myself, has been the biggest hurdle is like so much has happened in life. Like, what do I share and where do I stop? And most of us, right, we've been through so much now, so many tragedies, personal, the challenges, the bullying, all of that that has happened. How much do you share? How much do you hold back? Which one can you actually communicate effectively without getting emotional about it? What is buried behind that? Will it bring up more fears? Like, there's so much going on. But the same thing, if you go and express, probably there'll be so many more lives that can be changed through that narration of those stories, that those episodes. And it's normal to know that it's okay to have a lot of stuff going on in the background or having faced, and you can still rise above, you can still. And I was just listening to one of the videos, and they said, like, most of the successful people have been through really, really challenging times. They've hit like the most dead ends, like really destroyed in life before they chose to rise. So, before they chose is the keyword, right? And we don't hear the stories of the people who have circumstances get the better out of them and they never made it. So, you can choose to be the story of success, so you could choose to be the story which is never told, stays untold. Ouch.
Absolutely. And it is us who, if we've not been through things, we can't be human. We can't feel really. And I
Mm.
think that's the opposite that makes us really feel, which is so phenomenal. I mean, being blessed for everything that's happened in our life because that's who's made us as who we are today.
Yeah.
And let's a lot of people look at us, you and me, and think that we're confident because we are on stage, we're online, but what they don't see is how visibility actually started for us.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Wasn't glamorous, but it all changed the moment we did things and we focused on the action bit of it, which was phenomenal. So I think I
Initially, we
still
were forced to.
yes. Yes, absolutely. And I actually remember us putting in an application for our first ever award nomination. And I remember it was for the Business Coach of the Year with the International Coaching Guild.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I was just like, oh my God. And when it came through, when I was a finalist, it was like, really, this is happening? Really? Like, wow. Like, you never associate what you're doing to the level of success or, a recognition that comes through. You always think that you still need to go beyond. You should have done more. There should have been, a better work to have deserved something like that. And yeah, and I remember when I actually won, it was just like phenomenal. Like there were mixed emotions. I'm like, wow, I've actually never won a trophy in my entire life. So I used to, I think I played all these Indian sports, kabaddi and shot put because I was this like chubby girl for strong sports like that, like where you could kick and, throw big shot puts and stuff like that. But I don't remember. I have won in drawing competitions. I was very good at that. But this was like adult, as an adult winning something, never imagined. It was beyond my horizon, and yeah, you made it possible by actually making the application. You put so much effort into it, and I think that's phenomenal. And it's about the journey of making the application also makes you realize that there is so much you have done and conquered, which you stopped giving yourself acknowledgement for.
Yes, it's not always about winning. It's the act of owning that story of yours, I think, which changed everything for you. You were so, I think, excited, and there were so many things happening. Yeah, I remember your face being red. You looked like a tomato. It was really cool.
And we've had so many awards since and so many applications, and we've won so many. And I literally have the certificates here. And I feel so humbled by that, that it's just the next step in the journey. And now after so many repetitions, right? Like first one was uncomfortable, but then after so many repetitions, it's starting to make sense that, it adds that feather on your cap. It makes you feel better. It makes you thrive more, makes you work harder than you do to think that you deserve more now. Like you got to rise up to the standards now. You are better and you convince yourself that, and it's a wonderful journey. I think visibility awards, all of this really contribute to the self-esteem.
And we didn't win because of only business metrics. Like we when we won the global partner awards for the Women's Federation for World Peace and the Global Women's Peace Network, it was really for mentoring those young girls, for mentoring those young women, and it's really that impact that we're creating. Lots of confidence, communication, empowerment, and it reminded me that vulnerability absolutely matters. And I think I was learning more from those young girls than they were from me.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a two-way journey, right?
I mean, you learn every day through these experiences, but when you learn through young women and their journey, it's just the next generation sometimes if they're really, really young. Women and their journey, it's just the next generation sometimes if they're really, really young. I had a mentee who was like 16 and she wanted to start a business, and I'm like, wow, like, and she took the leap of faith and she was making these little bottles and she was putting some, like, customizing them. And I'm like, at 16? Like, wow, I had no idea. And I had all these beliefs about business and, how bad it is and people, the stereotype of business owners, how they behave and all of that. But to see this young girl trying to make some money out of it as pocket money, even, like, it's such a great skill to learn. And I was just amazed, and, like, I love it. I think the next generation coming up with all the tools with AI, it's going to be phenomenal. If you tap into the right mindset, you can make so many things out of it, and for us to
Absolutely.
learn ongoing, right, from them.
Constantly learning and growing. Yes, I think that's one thing that I keep talking about. You're either green and growing or
All
ripe and
right,
rotting.
and roti.
So let's keep being green. Let's keep growing. And,
Correct, correct.
I think the one thing that I remember when it comes to awards is the International Stevie Awards when we won it in New York. And the funniest bit that we couldn't go, we couldn't make it. I just had my baby, and my sister went to pick it up, and literally everyone thought that she was practically me.
She's the
Twin.
spitting image of you, so.
Honestly, she's the better looking twin, I would say, but just don't tell her that I said that.
Oh, I
But
think
yeah,
that was good. I think it was good to have, like, in the future it will be the AI clones that do it, but you're lucky to have a clone on the other side of the world.
but like we hadn't imagined in our wildest of dreams that we would be winning an international award in New York for social impact projects that we are creating here down on the ground. And it's just been
What
so massive.
what I did was I actually disassociated myself with it. I think I didn't want to feel it because I felt like, oh my God, this is too big. You know? Like, it's very interesting, right? Like, now that you've mentioned it, I'm like, wow, because it's like international. And I don't think I even posted it on my Facebook or anything. I felt like this kind of imposter, or I don't know what. Like, how can I put there? What if people say, who is she to actually do this? Like, how can, like, like, all these, like, little murmurings came in my brain. Yeah, I played it small.
Mm.
Wow.
Well, we're here. It's out there. Everyone's listening to you now. So
I've
we'll take
actually
all
never
those devil
openly
horns.
said it. It's
Yeah.
never said it before. Like, I've never even told this to you, but that's why I didn't post it on Facebook. Nothing. No, there is no mention of anywhere. Neither in signatures, on posts, nowhere. It's like there was like this something telling me, who are you to be there, out there internationally? Who are you to be acknowledged at that level? What have you done? It must be fake. It must be unreal. Like, it must be some gimmick.
Hmm. So for someone who's actually feeling that way, maybe at the moment, even thinking about writing in or putting in an awards application must be really hard and challenging.
Yeah.
What is it that you would tell them?
Do it
Why
for
should
yourself. I think the most important thing is do it for yourself. Do it for the journey you go through. Because, I mean, no matter how much I say that, it's worth it and all that, it's hard to get out of your own way because there's years of conditioning around it. And I can't honestly say right now yet. There must be some trauma behind that I'm completely there. But what I can say is I have done so many award applications because I know I feel the thrill, because it makes me remember all those small and big things we have done in the background. And thanks to you that we work in so many different spaces like Destiny Rescue, Global Women's Peace Network, your work with the United Nations, all of that, right? And it just, when we put that in, it brings in so much happiness and satisfaction that we are on this journey, but we are also making sure that we're looking after the world, we're looking after the different aspects of the world to changing lives in different areas. And I think I just stay there and not beyond, because then, though I don't feel like I'll have an ego or whatever. I was talking about ego and pride the other day. And I think it's more of a moment of pride to think that we've actually have dreamt of something big and are doing something big, than bringing the ego that I'm better than anybody else or comparison with anybody else. So do it for yourself, do it because you're worth it. And no one else will tell you that more than you should yourself.
That song is in my head. You're worth it. You're worth it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think you deserve it. You're enough, and just go for it. Doesn't matter if the world. I want to have the. I've been wanting this, and I've been telling Jayant about it, that I want to have my phone alarm to have the round of applause. I think just imagine waking up with a round of applause to yourself, like, ooh.
I love that. Well, I'll have to get Jan to help me put that on my phone. So,
Isn't it amazing? Like, imagine you wake up and there is clapping, and they're like, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. All right, I'm here. Let's make it happen.
absolutely. Let's make that happen. And I wish for lots of applause to all of you who are watching as well. I think sometimes being a finalist for me was even more rewarding than winning, because there's a lot that we learn. And we've been finalists in so many rooms filled with some absolutely ingenious entrepreneurs, I would say, doing the hard yards. And we met some mind-blowing founders, innovators, and even authors. Like I had such a big fangirl moment when I met Mike Michalowicz, who is the writer of Profit First. And when we walk out of all of these rooms, we have so many people who I would say now they're friends for life. They're connections that have shaped so many things that we do every day.
Love it. And you're the average of the five people you surround yourself with. So surround yourself, read the books. If you can't meet them in person, read the books. So you're actually meeting them in person, which is very, 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 very fortunate and amazing and blessed.
Yes, yes. And I think that's the truth. Like how you said it, the act of actually writing an award application really forces you to pause, to reflect and to celebrate that journey that we've survived. Because, writing for me, writing that nomination is it's a healing process because it connects you with your vision, your purpose, your why.
It does. And you are really good at writing, right? For you to bring that creativity in writing is amazing. And I think, I don't know, some of you can potentially resonate, is for me, every word, like I did my assignments, writing is hard. I would do word count at every two and the I put it in. So writing an award as well can be quite, but these days there is ChatGPT, and you can take the help with right prompts, which is amazing. However, bringing out those emotions, and then, because writing is also an emotional journey, storytelling, and learning that is a beautiful way to communicate the message. Because I want to go to the point, dong dong dong, that's it.
Well, this is where it all connects beautifully. And that is why, like, we want all of you to experience what we've experienced because visibility doesn't come from followers. It really comes from stepping into that arena. And talking about arena, we have our BGN Awards on the 13th of December. It is going to be here in Melbourne, and that is going to be your arena because it is at Melbourne Vibing. It's a huge, huge cultural fest where we're having lots of different types of people. We're celebrating Melbourne in its full glory. That's arts, literature, culture. However, BGN Awards is going to be a big highlight because this is your moment to apply, to be seen, to be recognized, to celebrate your courage, your resilience, your growth. So do not forget to apply for your awards, to own your story, because as we were talking about it, visibility begins with your courage.
Absolutely.
Now, it is time for us to get into our unfiltered rapid fire visibility edition.
Really, the
Audrey,
thing was unfiltered, but yeah, go,
are you ready, Audrey?
go for it.
Okay. What scares you the most about visibility? I know you've touched upon it a little bit.
Judgment.
Yeah.
Judgment from the people close to you.
Close to you. Yeah. Okay. I think
Mm.
that's probably something similar because people misunderstanding probably my heart, my intentions, because I show up with so much love, and sometimes visibility feels like giving people permission to judge that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. One moment you felt truly seen.
truly seen. Hmm. Don't know. Truly seen.
I
No
think
idea.
for me it was at a BGN event. So one of our members came up who was then not a member, said, "You made me feel like I belong here." And I think that moment I knew that my visibility had a purpose. And it felt like, wow, I can make someone feel seen in a room full of people. I felt like, wow, that was awesome.
That's a beautiful, the way you describe it. I think it must have really felt really warm. I think for me to experience that, I probably have to get out of my own way, which is
Mm.
I think I still some many times come with a lot of I am an introvert, which I have recognized, and coming out, I don't know, maybe I may have a borderline social anxiety too. So coming out there, I think many times I try to hide by doing other work and other things in the background so that I can I can avoid um, it's not avoid people really, but avoid like the social interactions. I like one-on-one. I love one-on-ones. But like in the events, the scale of events we run, there is a lot of them. So,
I love how you said that. I mean, thank you for being open and vulnerable as always. It's probably not so easy for a lot of us who do have issues when it comes to being out there and open in public, and you make an effort. So, for all of you who are continuing to make that effort, well done. Even though it might feel really, really queasy inside your heart, in your chest. I don't know
and
where.
I do count my blessings many times having you and Shri there and being very visible because with the business by myself, I don't know how I would have done it. So hats off to all those of you who show up for yourself, for your business, like by yourself, right? You don't have an extroverted twin who can go out like Shota and make all these connections and love and hug everyone. So well done and salute to you because I'm sure it's a lot of challenging challenges on the way.
Because you're talking about that, let's move one up from there. So one piece of advice for someone who's afraid to show up.
You know, I did this a long-winded answer to that. I did this Tough Mudder race, which is like a 20-kilometer hurdle race. And one of the hurdles in that is actually jumping into an ice bucket. And for that race, how you train for it is not jumping in the ice bucket because other things you, for the 20 kilometers, you run and all of that. Monkey bars, you train yourself. But for that specific hurdle, how you train is to know that when you come to it, you just jump without thinking. You just stand there, you don't wait, you just dive straight in. So, and that is the training that you do. So, I think it's pretty much the same here. Don't think,
I
wait up,
can see
go
Audrey
for
to
it.
do that everywhere. So don't think too much, just jump in. So
Yeah,
show up messy, show up scared, but show up.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's so true, right? The right people will feel you and they don't judge you. And they are your people.
And people bring you up, and I can continue on that was when I actually jumped and I couldn't get myself to climb up because it was really deep and it was really cold. And this guy, a complete stranger who had actually jumped out, was trying to pull me and he couldn't. So he jumped back in to push me up, and then both of us came out.
Wow.
And that is the metaphor for even networking, right? If you feel uncomfortable, go for it. There, I'm sure there will be somebody who will help you to get out of it.
Absolutely. Oh my God. Connections and the power of people. Absolutely
Power of
insane.
energetic goodwill out there.
Okay. What is your visibility superpower? And I think I know the answer to this. And that is, I will probably answer for you. And I think it's energy.
That's what
Because
I've been told a lot.
yeah, you
I
can
don't
probably
understand myself.
it's that feeling that and I think probably the reason why a lot of them misconstrue both of us to be very outgoing and very people's people in terms of the our energy and the way we show up, even though they might not understand the difference between being an introvert and extrovert and ambivert. But we can walk into rooms and instantly lift the vibe, and I think that is our gift. And also,
Only has to be a gift because when people say it, I mean, I now know from a continuous repetition of people who have told this to me that about the energy I bring, but I myself don't know what it is. Because I literally walk into the room tiptoeing, which I don't manage to because I drop something and spill something on the way. The intention is to tiptoe, but it doesn't happen like that. And people notice, and then I'm like, okay, something is different. It's not a learned skill, but it has to come from, learning to embrace things, learning to be positive, and learning to, embrace what is coming, maybe.
and energy, though, like I know that it's a gift, however, that is a big, very, very big responsibility because then people, if they don't see that energy, that can go awry as well because
Hmm.
you know they connect us to energy and we're humans and sometimes that energy is not something we can maintain 24 hours. So yeah, it is a big responsibility, and I'm so glad that we are associated with it because yeah, we're here to give out those energies.
Well, I think thanks to you for making me aware of it because I would operate completely being unaware of it. So,
Okay, we're talking about visibility, we're talking about awards. So, what award are you most proud of, Audrey? The awards that we've received, or even the finalist status that we've received?
oh, it was a magnificent moment when we were at the Small Business Champion Awards it was larger than life. That experience was larger than life. I was so scared for it that I didn't even want to prepare for the speech if we won. And it was like, oh my God, it was just beautiful. I think you dressed in red, me dressed in golden, and all these majestic things. And the whole big screen talking about us, there was a little hinge of like, do I deserve it? Am I there yet? But I was like, oh yeah, like Oscars, that sort of a thinking.
I love that you brought that up because now thinking about it, I think language plays a very, very big important part of your life, teams and guys who are watching this. The thing that I said was, I am going to be walking up on that platform and I am going to pick the award. I did
With
not
conviction, you
mention,
said that.
I said it with so much, I was so sure. However, I was not very specific with it's going to be our award. So I did pick the award and I did speak on stage and I did have a lot of pictures clicked. However, it was a dear friend's award that I picked, and I'm so glad she did really well being in financial services. However, it was such a great experience, and I was pregnant too. So that topped the chart. I was walking with another person inside of me. So, talking about taking away, definitely your visibility activation. Think about it. Your visibility homework for today, all of you viewers, is write your story, acknowledge your wins, and apply for at least one award this year if you haven't yet applied for any, because visibility is not for the loudest, it is for the bravest. And bravery is that choice that you're going to be making today because you Your story deserves to be heard, your business deserves to be seen, and you deserve to step forward. Apply for the BGN Awards and come and celebrate with us on the 13th of December. And let this moment be your moment of where your visibility journey begins.
Love it. We'll see you there. We'll
We'll
dance.
definitely see you there. Stay real, stay kind, and stay unfiltered.
Thank you.